Alright guys, back with more custom cape action. I hope you've checked out the intro video to this little series of clips, and the last video I uploaded, which was the 89 Batman and the 92 Batman, both Michael Keaton Hot Toys figures with the Jaxon XU capes on them. They look fantastic, and now it's time for the Ben Affleck Batman vs Superman figure to get the custom cape treatment, although he is currently wearing a custom cape from Unreal Toys. You can find them on Facebook. They make fantastic capes, wired and non-wired. I've been rocking their cape since I got it. I love it, but I'm curious to see how the Jaxon XU cape holds up, and I really do hope I'm saying his name properly, because I've said it a few times now, and every time I say it I feel like I'm saying it wrong. So I hope I'm saying it right. He looks fantastic. Let's get this new cape on him, see what it's all about. The Jaxon XU cape is now on Batman, and it is very nice. It's a great length. It's a really nice material, lovely kind of leathery look on the outside, as you can see, but it is very, very thin. And I know Batman's cape in the movie is mostly CG, but when it is a real cape, it's got a bit of a thickness to it. You can really tell in the scene when he says to Superman, "I thought she was with you," when Wonder Woman shows up. And when he says that, it's kind of a close-up, and you can see the cape going over his shoulder, and you can see the thickness of that cape. And I'd say Unreal Toys have them on that one. Here's the Unreal Toys cape here. It just seems more movie accurate as far as the thickness goes. And because this one's so thin, it kind of does that kind of original Hot Toys stock cape thing of kind of bumping around the place and not really sitting flush, because there's not much weight to pull it down. And because it's not really touching the ground, it kind of just, see, like, that's what you want it to do. But then you let go and it does that. So once again, that's what you kind of want it to do, but that's what it does. So you'll be fiddling with that a fair bit. It's very nice. There is this kind of situation in the center here. Let me just kind of turn him a little bit. Now in the middle of the cape here, you can see this little kind of center bit, and that is kind of bumpy, kind of like, it's not a knot tying anything together, but it's just the center bit, and it kind of sits right underneath the part of his cowl here that kind of tends to flap about the place and kind of be a bit ugly to look at from the side especially. But because of this, I have tried different techniques. I even sort of pushed it way back into the cowl to completely hide it, but then it messed up the smoothness of this kind of transition here. But yeah, very nice, no doubt about it. A lovely cape, and definitely better than the stock one. Really, really nice. Let me just come back. Very nice looking. No complaints other than the fact it is extremely thin, and there's not much weight to it to pull it down to get that kind of side profile to look natural like that. Like there's some weight to the cape. You let go and it kind of just does its own thing, but very, very nice. But I wouldn't write off the Unreal Toys effort. I'd say it's a very close call. It depends. I would check out my other videos on the Unreal Toys cape. Have a good look at that with all the different poses. See what you think. Let's just turn this one around. Lovely from the side. Really nice. Yep. Very, very nice. This doesn't look too bad. I need to mess with that a little bit, but you can see a great cut to the end of the cape as well. That kind of rough, kind of ripped look, like he's been walking around. That's just the base sticking out the back, and the fact that he's kind of leaning forward a bit at the moment. Got to sort him out. But yeah, very nice. Now, because it's designed a certain way, it does have a bit of a spread to it, but this has really been designed to just hang, to just literally drape behind him for that kind of poster look. Alright, so I went to put the cape back how it was when I first started filming the review, with the bump kind of lifting the tag. And then I thought to myself, I saw it once I put it back to normal, and I thought to myself, no, now that I've seen it without the bump, it's just hideous with the bump. So I stood there looking at it for a little while, and I thought to myself, how am I going to sort this out? Because I do want to leave this cape on him. I like the way it looks from the waist down, just the way it sort of hangs. Very, very thin material, way thinner than it should be if I'm honest, but it does create this really natural kind of fall that just always looks good. So yeah, very nice. Now, how I managed to get this, because it's a bit more movie accurate now, it's a bit more in line, especially if you pull it down. Because it's so light, it just lifts up again, which is a little bit frustrating. If it was just a tad thicker, it would be absolutely perfect. But got it looking better here, and I've managed to get the tag again deep into the neck. Now, it's kind of hard to describe, but this time I turned the tag under itself. Instead of just stuffing it back flat, I kind of, you can see what I've done there. See the way it kind of comes over the cowl and then turns under. So copy that if you've got the cape. Try that out. See what I've done there? And then when you put his head down, it's nice and flush. There's no real lift anymore with the tag. And the cape kind of goes over the shoulders. If you futz with it and mess with it, you'll get it looking pretty movie accurate. But the main thing is that hideous bump in the middle under the tag is gone. And everything just looks flush and clean, and as it should. So to wrap it up, guys, I think it's a really good cape. It looks fantastic. It's miles better than the stock cape, and just changed the pose a little bit for you. It is definitely meant to be displayed just draping down behind him. It's not an action cape that you can spread out the the wingspan and make it look like it's gliding down. Unreal Toys have you covered when it comes to that kind of thing. Their wired capes are insane. I know Jaxon does wired capes as well. I've seen the pictures on his Facebook page. They look fantastic. I've seen quite a lot of sort of poses like this where he'll be standing there and the wired cape's just kind of bellowing out to the side. But as you can see, lovely material. Definitely recommend him. Definitely recommend his capes. I'd be very interested in checking out some more. I'm going to try and get hold of a black velvet cape for this one. And yeah, I'm going to mess with this pose a little bit. I'm not 100% happy with how that looks. I want it to look more sleek. And I don't want you to see so many folds. I want it to just look really sleek and clean. Again, I will leave all the information in the information section under the video. Plus, I will also put it all at the end of this video, scrolling up at the end. You can see all the different capes, all the different prices, and it even includes the shipping details on there. So keep an eye at that for the end of the video. I hope if Jaxon sees this, I hope I haven't been destroying your name, pronouncing it terribly. Someone did leave a comment saying that the XU at the end of your name is actually kind of like a zoo or zoo. I don't even know if I'm saying that properly. I just feel like an ignorant fool right now. I'm just trying to do my best and review the man's capes. They are fantastic. Between Lucky, Unreal Toys, and Jaxon, they got you covered. I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you soon.